Alright, so if you were in student mode, you wouldn't be seeing all this. That's fine. 7th graders, don't worry about this. I'm working in 6th grade, but it's okay. It'll all be in the same spot. You're going to go to modules. And last time we started Black History Month Mosaic art. I have a lot more on my load screen, so it's going to take a moment, but this is going to automatically collapse for me because I've already hit this little arrow before. So I'm just waiting. If that's not automatically collapsing for you when yours loads, just hit the little arrow until it's pointing inwards like this, and then you should be fine. The next module down, above the radial balance, is Black History Month Mosaic Art. So this is your second module. If you click here, Black History Month Mosaic Art Google Slide, it's going to take you to the PowerPoint. I do have the information on here from last class. I do also have the information on here. Ooh, I need to redo that for this class. It's all here. So we're going to hit next. When you get to this page, we will be going over some civil rights information like I just showed you, setting up, oh, that's supposed to be our, I'll fix it, Google Drawings, and hopefully going over the first steps of how to start our projects. You're going to use this link to make a copy of your Google Drawing. Please do not rush and watch the video below, which is what I'm recording right now. If you were lost, please do not work ahead of me. So I'm going to click on this. This should pop up. You're going to click Make a Copy. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is going to insert image, and we're going to search the web. We're going to find something easy like gray background because we have to create a background first, okay? So I'm just going to pick a very neutral gray and then hit insert. Now, because it is a flat gray, it doesn't matter if I stretch it because it's not going to affect it. Now, what you're going to notice, if I click here on these corner ones, it's going to make it big on both sides. If I just click here on the sides and the top and bottom, it's going to make those. What you want is you want to take it all the way till it covers. And there you go. That's all you need to do there. Now, the next step is go up to Share and type in J-O-H-A. I should pop up. This should pop up. Add me and make sure when I pop up, so if I was adding Mr. Cox, this button here needs to say editor, not commenter or viewer. It needs to be editor. And then you're going to send it to me. Okay? So for this project, we're going to be making mosaics of people. That's okay. I know it's a lot. We're going to be picking one of, I don't mind if it's current, old, it's up to you. A civil rights activist, particularly a African American civil rights activist since we are in Black History Month. So I gave a whole sheet here of ones you could choose from if you wanted to. Just know some of these are going to only have black and white photos, and I'll address that in a moment. So you can pick any of these. I want you to pick a person, I don't care who. As long as it is a black civil rights activist, whatever timeline. And they did things for black rights. So we have Rosa Parks. I might try Rosa Parks actually. So I'm going to come over here. Go to Insert, Image. I can do it this way from Drive, or like I showed you before right here. Click on it. Search the web, not Drive. Type in her name, Rosa Parks. And some pictures are going to show up. There's a really old picture of her. I'm not going to use that. Like this is Rosa Parks here as well. This project is going to take a while, y'all. Actually, I think I will try to use this. So you saw how I clicked it and then I hit insert at the bottom and it should be there. That is fine. So at this point, I'm going to bring this in. And then if I click off of everything, you see these little lines that show up. I'm going to bring this over. If I click this and hold down Shift and click this, I can move this over and adjust it to the size that I need it. Alright, so now I have my picture. I have a feeling I'm going to regret this picture, but I have my picture. So now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to put my first name, dash, Rosa Parks. Okay? That's how I want you to title it. If you haven't shared yours with me, you're going to go to share and do this, what I showed you before, which is start typing in my email address here. My picture should appear. Make sure it says editor and then send and then done. Okay? Next thing we're going to do. This is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a very time-consuming project. You see this zoom button? We're going to be working a lot with it. You're going to be going in, and you're going to be even going in further if you need to. Obviously, it causes problems, right? So try not to go too far in if you don't want it to mess up. So I'm going to stick to about here, which I think is about 200, yeah. So, no. So I'm going to click back on this mouse so I don't keep doing that. I got this right here. Alright, so the next tool we're going to use besides zoom and our select button here. And you notice I'm making sure I click off of the image. What it is I'm going to come here to the line tool and hit this arrow and go to polyline. We're going to be using this tool for the rest of the entire project. Now, I'm going to have to zoom into stuff and get grainy. It just going to happen. So, I'm going to click back on the poly tool. And I'm going to click. You see how this little blue line appears? It's following wherever my cursor goes. I'm going to make a lot of lines. You notice how I'm making a lot of points. That happened because I clicked too many times on the same line. If I get it too close, it's going to create a thick line. I don't want that. So I'm going around this dark shape. There. Now, I don't want that. That's not the color of her glasses. So I'm going to come up here to fill color. And I'm going to, that looks like a black color, so I'm going to fill it black. And I'm going to go line. So right here, I'm still clicked on this shape. So I'm going to click off of this right here. So to mess with this and click on this and click off of it, I have to click on my select tool. So I'm going to click on this. If I'm not clicked on it, my tools aren't there. So I'm going to click on it. I already filled the color black. And then I'm going to come over here to border color, right next door to it, and hit transparent. It thins it up a little bit. So then I'm going to hit the poly tool. I'm going to come in and I'm going to leave some space. And I messed up, see? And if you mess up, that's easy. You just hit the back button. And you notice I'm also leaving some space. I don't want to accidentally trap myself. That looks about the same. There we go. That was a more of a cream color, so I'm going to come in. I don't see quite the color I want, so I can also do custom, but you don't have to. You can try to just get the closest that you can. There we go. For that. Wait, look, I left space between my two things, right? The reason why is because when I zoom back out, I hit fit. What we're going to do is grab the picture and move it off. And if I zoom into that, you notice the space in between, right? So instead of trying to fix it, instead of trying just to drag it back over, All I'm going to do is hit the undo, and it puts it right back there. And I'm just going to keep working. So if you're working in an area, especially with skin tone, that has multiple shades, like in here, we're going to hit the poly tool. And you can come in. Remember, after you've made it, you're going to come up here, border transparent, fill color. You're going to try to match as close as you can. If you don't feel comfortable trying to make the colors, you can use what's there, but if you want it to be more accurate, you're going to have to mess with it a little. If you need to, you can hit this, move this aside. I think that's not the right color, so I'm going to hit the back button, go back to this. That's a little bit better, but I still got to work on it some more. So there's a few different things that you can do with this to try to get the right color. Obviously, when I come in with my next one, this is a lighter area. You notice how I'm leaving room. I don't want to cover one whole area with one giant shape, so I'm going to come back up. Obviously, if you're looking to get more of a rounded edge, you're going to have more clicks. I come in, I think this is more of an appropriate color. So then this is all kind of in that shape. So I'm going to come back in. If something is rounded, you want to go with the edge of it. You want to keep it rounded, not squared. So you see how her glasses are rounded and how this particular groove is rounded? I rounded it with it. It's done on purpose. So that's what we're doing today. We're just playing around, see if we can start getting the first few shapes, understanding how to do this. And look, when I move it off, it's right there. I'm building her face. I'll probably focus on her glasses first because that's what I'm most comfortable with, and then move out from that. But we'll talk about that more next time. All right.